Oh shoot, you started the episode already. Hold on.
Sorry about that. I was just storing nuts in my hair for the winter. And totally should have started this part later than I should have, but let's get started. And welcome back everyone to Sonic Rivals. This time around, we're going to be reaching the final stretch of the game, with the last two levels, this Death Yard Zone, and a new level later on in the game. But we'll talk about that then. For now, we're just going to run through this, very hazardous junkyard, which we are now here for some reason after somehow prompting a race between Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, to be fair, the previous competition kind of made it out to be more of a fight. But in my eyes, every time I see Knuckles and Sonic fighting, like at least in the Sonic Rivals universe, I always think that Sonic kind of skews it his way to make it a race. Always sees Knuckles like, oh, you want to fight? Just because you don't want to race, because I know you're too slow. And then Knuckles, being the old bark no bite kind of guy, who's portrayed as nowadays, says, you know what? I'm gonna race you. I'll just beat you up. But of course, as Sonic can go at the speed of sound, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go very well. But yeah, honestly, I have literally nothing to talk about. I mean, this level does have a lot of gimmicks here and there about the, the wrecking balls and such. And I guess the toxic ooze kind of thing, the blue ooze here and there, that are somewhat, resembling the chemical plant ooze in a sense, but, L's purpose is very light blue, which is very concerning, because I don't know of any substance that makes anything light blue, or anything toxic light blue. Purple, purple's always associated with poison. Yet light blue? That just seems strangely radioactive. I know of literally nothing light blue and radioactive in, any universe. So it's very concerning. Also, this game does a wonderful job of putting gears everywhere. And I'm pretty sure this Death Yard Zone, as it's called, doesn't really do anything with them. So, they're just random gears. Because games like this like putting random gears here and there just for atmospheric sense. Oh, there we go. So, what kind of junkyard is this really? I mean, what is this supposed to be mainly disposing? Just in anything in general? Is this one of Eggman's many junkyard bases or whatever? Because if so, this is just... the health department's gonna come down seriously on this. I mean, I understand, getting rid of junk, but I have literally no idea what the hell they're getting rid of. Random scrap? I don't know why. Just, for some reason, I wanted to stop and just walk across. Just to taunt the good old Knucker. But I got an A rank because, I took my time and got cocky. For, rightly so. And because of it, I got Santa Sonic. Ah, yes, Santa Sonic. The designs that came out during the Sonic Adventure days. Oh, so you're gonna give up? That'd be great! Oh, you're gonna send Metal Sonic after me. That's not so great. Yeah, like Metal Sonic 2.0. Come on now. I love how that's always how Metal Sonic is used nowadays. From Sonic Heroes onward, basically Metal Sonic his whole plan is just absorb or collect all the data from who he's racing or challenging, and then you fight him later on. That's happened in this game. That happened, I think, in Rivals 2. What other game was he a main character in? Metal Sonic's done a lot, really. It was done in Free Riders, I know that for sure. Because I did a playthrough on it, a live stream playthrough of it. And at the very end, Metal Sonic came out of nowhere and said, race me. I collect all your data. That's all he does. That's all he ever does, really, actually. From Sonic Heroes onwards. Weird, very weird. So yeah, basically we're just gonna be going through somewhat the same layout, really. Weird thing about this level is it doesn't really change that much. Unlike the circus level where you basically race Metal Sonic there, it looked like a hellish, carnival. Something was different from the original. But here, it's just race through the same place with like different layouts. It doesn't really look differently, and this whole race isn't really that epic. Is that the appropriate word? Doesn't sound like an appropriate word. That I'm gonna call it epic. Not as intense. That's the word. Intense as the flaming hellish carnival level. And the music, to my knowledge, doesn't really change that much. But the music does fit, heavy metal and heavy rock kind of music here and there. Called the Death Yard Zone. It's kind of fitting, I guess. Metal everywhere and such like that. When the game gives you screen disruptors when you're racing an AI. Because basically for AI, since they're on like a pre-programmed script or event or whatever, basically that doesn't really do anything for them. But it's pretty sad that I should mention that Metal Sonic is not only that much faster. I mean, I'm still cheesing them pretty well. I'm getting hit left and right. Which is pretty bad in the Sonic game, where getting hit, basically, it doesn't matter if you get hit or not. Especially in this game, because you can easily get a bunch of rings. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this earlier, but getting hit isn't really a constant. It's only since if you get hit and your opponent goes past in for you or the opponent, and basically you win. Also, that's happened twice now. Twice. Uh-oh, something different. Tell the difference. I kind of wish this game had a bit better variety of level designs, really. I mean, we're already done with Death Yard Zone. That's it. I can't even see my victory pose. The stupid trapezoid's in the way. But at least I beat Metal Sonic again, because it's always canon that Metal Sonic loses, and I got exactly 50,000. Exactly. Perfect S rank. She got like a double S rank and a pumpkin shell, of course, from SA2. So what are we gonna be fighting now? Because I know last time we didn't fight anything in the carnival, but I know for sure we're fighting something now. Oh no. Oh no, not both you and Metal Sonic. Man, that sucks. That's totally gonna be hard and difficult. Even though the boss coming up is very silly looking. Very silly looking indeed. See, it's right there in the corner. Just down there. That's it. That's the boss. That's the terror that strikes fear in your heart. The head of a gorilla. That's just the upper body. No, not even the upper body. Just the shoulders and the head of a gorilla. That's it. Now to go a bit more into this gorilla's tactics, basically, just do what I'm doing. Run around in circles and beat up Metal Sonic whenever you get to him, until Eggman, for some reason, comes down, fires shockwaves, and just hit Eggman. The best thing about this boss fight is, by just running around in circles, it becomes like painfully easy. Because Metal Sonic, if you just keep running and hitting Metal Sonic, either by homing attacking him or rushing him, basically, it's a piece of cake. Because Metal Sonic doesn't hit Eggman, because, it's the one time where it makes sense where it'd be kind of stupid if Metal Sonic actually attacked Eggman. But no, it's just you fighting Eggman, and Metal Sonic's just a nuisance. It's like the Egg Diabolon in not Egg Diabolon, just regular Diabolon in Shadow the Hedgehog, where it's the Gun Commander and Sonic, and Sonic's just a nuisance. So yeah, just keep running around in circles and wait for Eggman to come down and fire a shockwave for some goddamn reason, and you win. Honestly though, this Gorilla Head is like the least threatening boss out of all of them. It's the only one really doesn't really actively attack you, it just spits things at you. And for some reason it has like a weird moldable mouth thing going for it, which is kind of concerning. I don't even understand this design. I mean, it's just an upper body of a gorilla head. Why? All the other animals were really small enough to be condensed into a smallish body that kind of fits them. Like the lynx, the turtle, the falcon, the... gorilla... Wait, how many? No, that's it, really. Yeah. That's 3 bosses. No, 4 bosses, really. We didn't get a boss in the carnival for some reason. That would have been a cool boss. The egg... I don't know, something that's clownish. I know nothing, really. What would fit in a carnival? The egg bear. Bears, teddy bears, that'll work. Or, what's a pranking animal? No, that'd be stupid. The egg hyena, that'd be stupid. Stupider than usual. But after phasing through that one blast in an ice block for some reason, Eggman is now completely exploded, and we win. And great to the lovely Vulture, currently missing an E in his name, out on a search to look for his missing vowel. God bless that Vulture. Oh look, the Tails doll. Run for your lives. It's gonna eat your soul. Now I think about it, they don't really have the Sonic R Tails doll, or what'd you call it? The Mecha Knuckles from Sonic R. I love this backup plan, like, you know what? Done. Just done. I'm out. I'm just gonna go into space, turn a plan into a card. Done. I mean, what backup plan is that? Why would you think to do that as a backup plan? That's just silly. Okay, bye. See ya, sucker. Yeah, thanks a lot, Knuckles. If we worked together instead of racing, maybe you would've got here in time. Oh, sweet. Tails has a convenient tornado plane that goes into space. So it'll be a spaceship. Unless he duct taped it to the front of like a spaceship like he did in Shadow the Hedgehog. Well, basically it was a spaceship, and then the tornado was like shoved in the front for no reason. It's like, why can't make a spaceship? Is a plane even necessary? I don't even think you're controlling it from the plane. So finally, in Sonic Rivals, people help each other. Teamwork has now been acquired as an actual ability. In a sense. Now, if those of you who have played the game really don't like the rival aspect of racing people, and you know the challenge, you know beating an opponent, well, this is the level for you. Throughout the whole level, you are not racing an opponent, you're racing the clock. A very slow clock, mind you. And basically, that's it. If you play it like a regular Sonic level. A very linear and not exactly fun Sonic level, but a Sonic level nonetheless. So lava doesn't kill you, because why not? And throughout various parts of the level, Sonic's friends here and there will assist you with various tasks that apparently you cannot do by yourself, even though in other stories, you do it for the other people. So as we're about to see in a few seconds, apparently Sonic is unable to open this one door. So Knuckles has graciously prepared a explosion after he punches it, and opens the door for you and runs off. Because, you know, even though in Knuckles' story, Sonic just basically presses buttons and, opens the door. And now we're basically running across this large, strangely organized meteor with the Insomniac moon in the background. Might I add, you can really, like, notice the bright colors in this level. Because this place is red as heck. Literally, red as hell. Literal hell. It's very red. I mean, unnecessarily red. I know, like, the gray and light blue is there, like, the contrast, all the red, but the background, the actual meteor, is way too bright. Way too bright red. I mean, some contrasting tones here and there, but no, just red. Dark reds, light reds, just general reds. I mean, when Sonic's running across here, you can clearly see, like, the blue, like, really pops out. It's even worse with Knuckles and Shadow, because the reds on them, like, really, like, have them blend in with the background, which is pretty bad. Hey, it's Knuckles! Hi, Knuckles! What are you doing? Knuckles, let's talk about this! Oh. Okay. Apparently, struck the earth so hard, he, launched me across this one gap. How funny. The best thing about, you know, the teamwork abilities, or the teamwork sections, I should say, is everyone in this game has a special ability except for Sonic, in a sense. Knuckles can just punch things and make earthquakes that launch you across. Silver has the telekinesis, so that's kind of given. Shadow's like chaos powers. Sonic, since he has like none of the ranged abilities or any kind of abilities like those, whenever like a section is there, when it requires some kind of like area attack or ranged attack or some kind of effect to go off, Sonic can't do anything like that. So basically he inverts. Like literally invert. Oh, got a new record. So he basically inverts his model, which is pretty bad. He doesn't like go into a spit and dash or anything. He doesn't crouch down or do anything or like he doesn't press any buttons. When he can't press buttons, he inverts. Basically like collapses on itself and expands back to his normal model in like a millisecond, which is pretty bad. Also, here's Shadow, wanting to find the truth. Does he ever not want to find the truth? That's like his thing now, finding the truth and such.
Here we go.
He is indeed the true philosopher of the Sonic series. So now we're inside the building. So we don't get to see that much of the red at this point in time. We're gonna be going outside, but you know. This is one of the sections I was talking about, the one with like the fan. Sonic can't do any range, but Shadow here, he has chaos powers. And sets the fan on fire, and it works. And it's still on fire. So, apparently the fan was like really panicky or something. He invoked the wrath of some kind of fire god. And turned on all the ventilation. Because why not? Now the fans, I don't like the fans. They're very finicky in terms of how they work. Unlike in Unleashed where once you get on them, they like work. It's very like iffy. Bye Insomniac Moon! And hello Asteroid Field. Honestly, how did we get here? Not like how did we get here, because you know Tails kind of brought us here, but how did we get in this area? It doesn't look like we led up to anything. And now Sonic is dead. Game over. I love how I just start on the rail. And like my running pose. Let's just see. Where is this? Oh yeah. This glitch. If you don't move when you come out of that portal, you basically just stand there for a bit. Just contemplating life for a bit. Wondering what went wrong. Why does Sonic fly now? I love that glitch. I did it with the Knuckles. That's where I first found it out. I do find it quite funny that basically I'm doing Sonic Story, like recording it last out of everyone, when compared to Knuckles, Shadow, and Silver, where I basically did Shadow Story first by accident because I didn't realize Shadow was third and not second. And then I did Knuckles with Daniel. I did Knuckles with Link's Paradox. Shadow with Mr. B Dragonite. And I did Silver with Roxas1359. I got his name right first try. Oh, thanks for the elevator, I guess. I mean, I could have pressed the button, but you just blew up the system. Okay. I'll just deal with that, I guess. Thanks a lot, Shadow, I guess. Oh, there we go. I am dead now. Game over. really weird to play this game like this level. Because this level is playable in versus mode as a multiplayer level, but it's just weird to play it by yourself. It's like a very dumbed down Sonic level. It's not exactly fun to go through. Oh, no, it's not really. Compared to other Sonic levels, it's not a very good like Sonic level by itself. Everything's kind of like spiky here and there. So many spikes here and there that it's kind of, or hazards here and there. It's kind of not exactly fun. But of course, in this game, rings and taking damage don't exactly matter. So why even bother? And of course, they're throwing like all of the portals at us for some reason. But finally, we made it to the end. The final portal. And I'm dead. One last shot from the egg flapper. That man's getting a promotion. Extra order for that guy. And I got an A rank there. Probably because I died a lot and I was bumming around, but you know. Yeah, no. Also, no. You also have to unlock, because I think I mentioned earlier about Metal Sonic being unlocked after you beat everyone. You have to collect the different Sonic Heroes, cards. So it was a bit of misinformation there, I apologize for that. Because you have to collect Neo Metal Sonic, Metal Madness, and Metal Overlord cards. So yeah. Wait, you already have enough energy! Why would you do that? Also, Sonic's here! I don't even understand this plan. Good job, Sonic! You forgot about your number one fangirl. But he has enough energy, he's just doing it to be a bitch. That's basically it at this point. So now, the final boss? Quotation marks? Question mark? Exclamation point? Apostrophes? Multiple? Period. So this is the final boss. Basically, it's the final stretch. Like a literal final stretch. And Metal Sonic's being a jerk. So yeah. The main gimmick of this whole area is basically a final stretch, like I said, lined with different hazards. Now, in order to actually get near Eggman, or like damage the whole final stretch thing, spaceship, whatever it is, I'm just gonna call it the final stretch, because I don't know what it's actually called. Nor do I think it's actually named. You have to actually make it through like 2 or 3 different hazards, and hit the turret twice. After you do that, basically, something happens akin to what happened now. That part of the ship falls off, you fly over to the other side of the laser barricade, and Metal Sonic teleports to the current one you're on to try to hinder you. Though in the long run, Metal Sonic's kind of just an annoyance, really, and you can easily skip him. But you know, give it a smidge more of a challenge. Act like you're actually challenging someone. Because otherwise, there wouldn't be that much. It'd be kind of boring, I guess. Also, Metal Sonic just fell off. And teleported right there. Good job, sir. It wouldn't really be that much challenge if it was just you. Because this whole level, just basically, in my eyes, just rush. That's all you really need to do. There's only some planning when it comes to the electric fences that hurt you. Because those things are annoying and can flare up like really fast. So what you need to do is just basically rush. And wait for the electric fences. Otherwise, just keep on rushing. Keep on trucking. Because like I said before, getting hit, there's like barely any punishment. There's this thing. This electric fence. It's annoying. I hate these things. There you go. One little tidbit. Little bounce on his head. One level tidbit. This is the only boss in the game where you can only hit it 8 times. All the others require 6 at least. So, it makes it a bit more threatening, I guess? Also, apparently there's a countdown clock, so, you know. You don't do it in like 2 minutes, I'm assuming. The Earth is a planet. Also, I fell and died, I guess. Yeah, it was supposed to zoom over there and show Eggman exploding, but apparently the camera like glitched up and that didn't happen. So yeah, I guess you'll see that in like the other playthroughs. Probably Knuckles' playthrough next. But I A-ranked it, I got 0 rings, so you know. Time is all that matters in a Sonic game, really. I saved Amy! Yay! I guess. Well, what about everyone else? How do these people get out of the cards anyway? I mean, what is the process? Is it like special summoning? Do you actually need mana? Do you need like star chip? No, that doesn't use Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't use star chips to summon. I don't even know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! All I know is to play Magic. But technically, he fought to save everyone. I mean, he completely forgot about you. I'm just saying, Amy. I wonder if Amy's still gonna act like she is in Sonic Boom. Because in Sonic Boom, she's supposed to be, you know, the more smart, confident girl of the group. That kind of stereotype. How do you exit a card? Is it if someone else like presses the button? I do love Sonic just dodging Amy though. It's like, yeah, I gotta go save the day, Amy. Bye. Have fun on this collapsing ship. So basically, yeah, that was Sonic Rivals. At least Sonic's story, at least. What story there was. So, being there's like 7 minutes of credits, which is why this episode's like over half an hour long, even though we're at basically the 27 mark. To give a little summary of what I think about the game, it's very boring, kind of. It has the same problem with Chronicles, where it tries to be epic, but it's not. It kind of fails. Well, I shouldn't really compare it to Chronicles. Chronicles is god-awful in my eyes, at least. And Rivals is a lot better. Rivals 2 is a lot better, of course, because they improved on, you know, the level design, the music, and controls, in a sense, and boss fights and stuff like that. And more characters, of course, because everyone likes more characters. But Rivals is very boring, mostly because the level design is kind of dull. The gameplay feels dull. I mean, fair enough. It's not one of those games where you like play it for an hour straight, even though I played 3 hours straight in this game. But you know, that's because I'm me. Also, Mr. Luigi. Because why not? In studio quality, I should add. Let's see, what was it saying? The game's just boring in my eyes, really. Of course, back in the day, I loved it, but nowadays, since I have a more judgmental view on things, it's very boring for me. The gameplay is very stale. You don't really go as fast as one would want. The rival gimmick is neat, but of course, this game is it's a versus kind of game with a story mode. It's like Sonic Rivals having a story mode. You play the game for versus. Even though Sonic Riders, which is sitting directly in front of me, is a pretty fun game, and I feel like playing that now. The more and more I look at it. Because that was a fun game. Rivals, it's a nice little jaunt, but Rivals 2 is probably a lot better. But even then, between the two Rivals, you can play Rush. Rush is a lot better. So if anything, between the Silver Blaze split up, Blaze got the better on the stick. Silver, in all honesty, 06 is better at Rivals in my eyes. Because 06 is still fun and enjoyable. I don't mind going back here and there. Because 06 is one of those games where it's bad, but it's still playable to a sense, and you still enjoy it. With games like these, where it's just tedious and unfun, and it's playable, but not fun playable. 06 still has the fun, still can be fun. Rivals, when you're playing by yourself, can't really be fun. It doesn't have that kind of not nostalgia value, I shouldn't say, that charm. Because everyone loves 06, glitchy, the worst Sonic game ever. It kind of like solidified its darkness and stuff, even though everyone after 06 started saying, oh, the next game's gonna be... Unleashed in my eyes, which is, kind of a step in the right direction, even though... And then Sonic Boom says, oh, every game's gonna break the Sonic cycle. Before this game, every game sucked. Because, what the heck, man? Sonic games were good after 06. They got better. Have you not played Generations? Generations was amazing. Unleashed, I really like Unleashed. Many people don't really enjoy the Werehog, but enjoy the Werehog. It's pretty fun. It should have been Knuckles in my eyes, but it's still fun for what it is. That's the point of every game, but I'm talking about the Sonic cycle, which is basically broken at this point. Though Lost World may have shoved it back in that direction, because Lost World is kind of iffy in my eyes. But of course, you want to know what I think about that more so, probably go watch my Lost World playthrough. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Say a lot more. But yeah, that's kind of my final thoughts, really. Rivals boring. Music's not really memorable. Stories silly at best. Cameras. They should have had a card game in here. Where's the card game, Sega? You could have promoted this thing with card games. Sonic X had a collectible card thing. You could do it with Rivals. Closest thing you had was Sonic Tweet, which I kind of wish I was part of, but it ended right when I got a Twitter. So I'm sitting here damn. I wish it was part of the social media thing earlier. But oh well. I don't know what to say, apart from Susie Goldfish. Goldish. I am sorry, Susie Goldish. Also, I should add that NeoGaf is actually referenced in here. So, also Lee Brotherton is in here. Of course, everyone, Lee Brotherton is also Bentley Jones. But yeah, other than that little tidbit of information, Sonic Rivals is now done and dusted for Sonic Story. So I will see you guys next time in the next part of the playthrough, which is not Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic Rivals and Knuckles with Link Paradox. Trademarked. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.